pushed aside and turned.
Welcome back, guys, and for those that are new to the channel, please click the subscribe button now so that you can get all of the updates on anytime I'm posting a new project. And today I'm going to show you guys how to make this furry vest for the 3 to 6 month year olds, but you can do whatever size you want using the method that I use. First, you're going to make a pattern for the back. Using the onesie, you're going to get the shoulder around the neck, and then you want to get the sides. And I did do an extra 1/2 inch off of each measurement just for sewing purposes. And this is a 3 to 6 month onesie. Once you have those measurements, you're going to go ahead and fold the bottom part of the onesie to make a straight line across for the bottom of the vest. Next, we are going to use our knife, razor, whatever choice you choose to use, a wood burner works also, and just cut along the edges of the markings that we made. Once you're done cutting, go ahead and pop that pattern out, and that is going to be the back portion of the vest. For the front of the vest, we're just going to use the back of the vest and do 1/2 and 1/2. Once you do 1/2, you want to flip it to mirror it for the other side and get the other 1/2 so that both arms are fitting to each arm. Although the measurements should all be the same, sometimes the right is a little off from the left. You should have 3 pieces, the back of the vest and then the 2 front pieces of the vest. And as you can see, mine is all layered on top of each other and it fits perfectly. And then for the neck, we're just going to measure from the onesie down, and then like I said, give it an extra 1/2 inch or an extra inch. And then we're just going to measure that same that same length onto the foam board, and we're going to make our markings to show where the neckline should stop at, which is at the 3-point mark for this 3 to 6 month. Once you have your marking, you're just going to kind of freehand a 1/2 of a circle, well, more like a 1/2 of an oval, and just connect from the neck length that we measured up to the shoulder. And you want to do that on both sides and try to get it as even as possible. Okay guys, the hard part is officially over, other than sewing if you're new to sewing machines like me. But we have our template ready, we have our pattern ready, and everything is nice and even, everything is cut and everything is ready. And on the opposite side, I did mark it to know which one is the left arm and which one is the right arm. And as you can see, it fits perfectly with the 3 to 6 year old onesie. So this is going to be an outfit, and I did want to make sure that it would be able to go on over that onesie. So that's why I chose to use that onesie to make the pattern. And then on the bright side, you still have a pattern that you can use multiple times over and over again. That's so awesome. Okay guys, before cutting your fur, you do want to make sure that all of the fur is facing in one direction, and then you're going to flip it over to the back side. And for me, I like to work smart, not hard. So I laid my other fabric on top of the fur, and then I pinned down the patterns so that I can cut both at once versus having to cut them separately. And it worked pretty fine for me. Only thing is, it wasn't super neat, but it's okay because we're going to sew away those edges anyway. You're going to pin and sew the shoulders, the sides, and the two front flaps, the inner part. And you just want to make sure that you do not pin nor sew the arms together. I have them pinned, but then when I got ready to sew, I realized that I shouldn't have had pins right there, and I removed them. So don't do what I did and put pins right there, because you may forget and sew the arm, and then no one can stick their arm through. So you're going to do the same thing with the fur, making sure that the back of the vest, the fur is facing up towards you, and then the two front flaps are the fur facing down and the backing facing you. This is so that we can get the inner stitching done first prior to adding the lining into the vest. And when you are pinning down the shoulders and the side of the vest, you do want to push the fur in away from the hem, the seam, and you want to get it as flat as possible and then pin down. This way you don't have a bulky finish when closing it, and then also reserving your fur so that it doesn't look stingy once you're done with the project. Make sure that when you are sewing, if you're new to sewing machines, one of the things I used to mess up on was not reversing to lock in the thread. So make sure that you go about 1/2 inch backwards before going forward, and the same thing when you end. Make sure that you go backwards to finish off the project. And right here we have the shoulders done and the sides, and then next we're going to pin the inside flaps so that we can sew that down. And we're just going to leave the neck part open because we're going to do it a little different than how we did everything else. Alright, you should have two parts, part A and part B. In this case, the fur and then the lining. And then at this point, we're just going to add them together with the side that we were sewing facing the side that we were sewing for both, so that it should look like a clean finish. When you look on the inside, you should just see the pink without the stitching of the outside, except for on the edges, the side. And then you're just going to flip it inside out so that we can get it pinned down and sewed together. For the neck part, we are going to flip both sides inward, facing each other, and then pin as you go, kind of like we did the fur, how we mush everything in and got a clean finish and then sewed it down. We're going to do the same thing. The only thing is we're flipping it inside to get a clean finish and then pinning it down so that we can sew along the neck. And I'm not too pleased with how it came out. I don't know. I'm going to YouTube and see if there's a better way of going about doing the neck. And also I had problems with the bottom. So I tried to do the same technique as I did with the neck on the bottom, but it would not stay. It would not flip inside out for me. Well, it would not flip inwards for me. So I just sewed it down and then with the arms, I also had a hard time. So I just hand stitched the arms together. I'll show you guys in just a little after I sew this together. But yeah, with the neck, definitely gave me a hard time with trying to get it together. Look, it was difficult, y'all. But I am very, very new to sewing. And if you are an expert and you're watching this video, please feel free to give me advice, comment, and let me know how I could do better, because I will be making another one and I want it to turn out better than the first one. But this is a gift, and I was trying to get it to her in a timely manner, so I had to do what I had to do. Once you are done with your sewing, you do want to clean up your work, and I just used a pair of tweezers and pulled the fur from where the stitching is, just to make it look seamless and great and awesome, and like a vest supposed to, and so that the fur can lay how it needs to. And I did add a bow because I'm extra, because I thought that it added a pretty cute look to it, and not on net, but once she gets a little bigger, you know, she'll still be able to tie it closed, even if it doesn't close all the way on its own. Yeah, and there you have it, the finished project. Like I said, I do feel like I need more work with the bottom around the neck and then the arms. Like I said, those were the hardest parts for me, or the challenging parts for me. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but I am new and I wanted to give it a try, and I am happy with how it turned out, but I do know that it could be better. So please like, subscribe, and comment, and give me some advice. Thank you guys for watching.